Viewers, do you think the Caribbean is limited to beautiful beaches and blue water? If yes, then today's video will change your mind. Because today we are going to tell you 30 geographical secrets of the Caribbean that are so amazing that you will say, these really exist on Earth? So watch the video till the end, because the last facts are the most mind-blowing. Now let's talk about this fact, which is perhaps one of the most amazing secrets of the Caribbean. Just imagine, you're standing on a beautiful island, blue sea all around, light breeze, silence, peace. But then, your eyes fall on a mountain in the distance, from which smoke is slowly rising, and you are told, this is no ordinary mountain. This is a living volcano that is still breathing fire boiling inside the earth today. This place is the Caribbean island Montserrat, where the famous Soufriere Hills volcano is located. In 1995, suddenly it exploded, that the entire city turned into ashes in a few moments. People fled their homes, leaving their memories. And even today, that city exists in the form of silent ruins, which people call the Caribbean's Pompeii. But viewers, the real surprise does not end here. Despite everything being destroyed, people still live on this island today because it is not a threat to them. This is their home, their identity, their life. They say, volcano does not scare us. It reminds us that the earth is alive, and perhaps this is the deepest truth of this place, that here, underneath the paradise-like beauty, the fire is always sleeping. Now let's talk about the secret that is hidden beneath the beautiful waves of the Caribbean. When we look at the Caribbean, we only see blue water, gentle waves, and tranquility. It seems like the sea is very calm. But, viewers, the reality is completely different. Because under this beautiful water, there is such a terrible and surprising secret of the earth, which is so deep that even the imagination of man cannot reach there. Yes, under the Caribbean Sea there is the Cayman Trench, which is one of the deepest ocean trenches in the world. Its depth is approximately 7,600 meters. That is, if you put the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa, in it, it would completely disappear into the water. Think, viewers, sunlight above, thousands of meters of darkness below, where light does not reach, where the pressure is so high that the human body can be destroyed in an instant. And the surprising thing is, there are still creatures at this depth that scientists do not fully understand. Some creatures produce their own light, some are transparent, and there are some that are not found in any other part of the earth. That is, viewers, the Caribbean is not just a beautiful sea. It is actually a world, a large part of which is still a secret. And perhaps the deepest secrets of the earth are hidden under that blue water. Now let's talk about a fact that will make you look at the map of the Caribbean in a whole new way. When we look at an island, we think it's just a piece of land, which is in the middle of the ocean. But viewers, there are many islands in the Caribbean that are not actually islands, but are just the peaks of giant underwater volcanic mountains. Yes, under the sea surface, thousands of meters deep, lava sometimes came out of the ground. Volcanoes kept erupting, mountains kept forming, and over time, only the top of these mountains began to be visible above the water. And that's what we see today as islands. Think, viewers, the island where people build houses, where hotels are built, where tourists take pictures. It is actually just a small peak of a giant volcanic mountain hidden underground. For example, the famous Caribbean islands of St. Lucia, Dominica, and St. Vincent are actually the peaks of such volcanic mountains. And the surprising thing is, there is still lava under some of them today. That is, viewers, these islands are not completely dead. Instead, there is still movement like life under the ground today. And maybe that is why The land of the Caribbean is never completely silent, because underneath it, there is always fire, movement, and power. Now let's talk about such an amazing truth that you will be really shocked to hear. Just imagine, you live on a beautiful island. Every morning you wake up to the sound of the ocean. Cool breeze, soft sand, a peaceful environment. But one day, you find out that the land you are standing on is slowly, every year, sinking into the ocean. Yes, viewers, there are some islands in the Caribbean, especially some parts of the Bahamas, where the land is really going down over time. The reason for this is the soft structure of the earth, rising sea levels, and climate change. According to scientists, in some areas, the land is going down a few millimeters every year. It doesn't seem like much to hear, but viewers, over time, this small change can make entire areas disappear into the sea. And that's why the people there say, we are not afraid of the sea, but we have this feeling that one day this sea can take our land. Think, viewers. On one side, beauty, on the other side, silent danger. This is the reality of the Caribbean. That here, nature, always slowly shows its power. Viewers, if you like to know such amazing geographical secrets, then like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to Caribbean People Info, because the facts that come ahead are even more shocking. Now let's talk about a scene that at first glance seems beautiful, but is actually very mysterious. Just imagine, you are sitting in a boat, blue transparent water all around, sunlight shining on the waves. Everything is calm, everything is beautiful, but suddenly, you see, the water starts to change color. Blue, dark blue, and then suddenly black. It seems as if there is a dark void under the sea. Viewers, this fact really exists in many areas of the Caribbean, especially there, where very deep underwater holes or trenches suddenly appear under the sea. Here the water is so deep that sunlight cannot reach the bottom. And that is why, when viewed from above, the water suddenly starts to look black. Locals often say, these places look like the gates of the sea, where the light disappears, and the interesting thing is, under these dark waters, still live creatures that humans have never seen. Some fish produce their own light. Some survive in complete darkness, namely viewer. This black color is not just water, but a reminder that under the sea, there is still a whole world hidden that we do not fully know to this day. Viewers, this is just the beginning, because the facts that are about to come will prove that the Caribbean is not just beautiful, but also home to the most amazing secrets on Earth. Weavers, now let's talk. A scene that actually looks like a dream. Just imagine, you're standing on the beach. The waves are slowly touching the shore. There is a salty smell in the air, and the sunlight is falling on the ground. But as soon as you look down, you are surprised, because the sand here is not white, but it is a light pink color. Yes, weavers. The famous Caribbean island of Bahamas has some of the world's beaches where the sand is truly naturally pink. It is not a color. It is not magic. But it is an amazing natural process. The tiny creatures in the sea, which are called foraminifera, their shells are red and pink. When they break and turn into white sand, then the whole beach takes on a soft pink color. And when the sun sets, then this sand glows as if a faint pink light has scattered on the ground. Viewers, if you like such surprising and beautiful geographical secrets, then be sure to subscribe to Caribbean People Info. Weavers, now let's talk about a natural secret that seems really strange to hear. We have all seen rivers. They emerge from the mountains and finally meet in the sea. But weavers, in some islands of the Caribbean, this rule is a little different, because here there are also such rivers that go into the sea, not only meet, but suddenly disappear. Especially in Dominica, there are such rivers that as soon as they reach the seashore, They descend into holes and rocky passages, goes far under the sea and comes out. Think, viewers, a river that is flowing before your eyes. And then suddenly, it seems as if the earth has hidden it within itself, as if nature itself is hiding a secret. Viewers, if you like to know such amazing secrets of nature, then definitely subscribe to Caribbean People Info. Weavers, now let's talk. A place that sounds like a scene from a movie. Just imagine, you are standing in the middle of a dense forest, silence all around, and a light steam rising from the ground. There is a lake in front of you, the water of which is boiling on its own. Yes, weavers. It is located in the Caribbean island of Dominica, the second largest boiling lake in the world. This lake is not placed on a fire, but rather a violent volcano located underground. The temperature of this lake is so high that it is dangerous to even go near it. Locals say, this place is the breathing heart of the earth, where the fire below comes up and reveals itself. Our Earth is not just a silent planet, but a living, vibrant, and powerful world. Weavers, if you like such amazing natural secrets, then be sure to subscribe to Caribbean People Info because the facts ahead are even more amazing. Weavers, now let's talk about a place where rain is not a season, but a part of everyday life. Just imagine, you are standing in the middle of a dense forest, greenery, and then a light rain starts falling. The surprising thing here is that this rain occurs almost 300 days a year. Yes, there are such rainforests in the Caribbean island of Dominica, where clouds often stay very close to the ground. These forests are the most lush and alive in the world. Here, the trees grow moss, the plants are always moist, and the air is constantly fresh. Walking here, a person feels as if he has entered a natural paradise. Viewers, if you like to know such amazing secrets of nature, then be sure to subscribe to Caribbean People Info. Weavers, now let's talk about an amazing scene that seems impossible at first glance. Imagine you are moving slowly in a boat and your eyes fall on the shore, where the trees stand, with their roots visible above the water. Mangrove forests are present in many areas of the Caribbean. Instead of hiding underground, their roots spread out over the water, like a natural net. These roots not only support the tree, but form a safe home for marine life. Small fish, crabs, and countless creatures take shelter among these roots. Locals say, mangrove trees are the protectors of the sea that protect the land from storms, and they're a living defense system of nature. So weavers, today you saw that the Caribbean is an amazing world. If you like to know such amazing information and hidden secrets, then like the video and subscribe to Caribbean People Info. See you in the next journey.